When you click the Lab button, you'll be prompted to review and update your hypothesis list. On the lab screen, look for the lab test you want to order in the list of 32 common labs. You may also access this list by clicking Common Tests in the Lab Categories list. Click Test Info and then click the name of the common lab test to get more information, including a test description, normal values, what abnormal indicates, and the relative cost before you order it. To select a lab in the Common Tests list, first select the hypothesis you're investigating, then click the name of your chosen lab test. If the results of the chosen labs are not delayed, you will be able to access the lab results once you submit your lab test orders. If the desired lab test isn't in the Common Tests list, and if you know the category your lab test is likely to be listed under, you will use the Categories option to find your lab test. Review the list of lab categories displayed on your screen. Select the category most likely to contain your test. Find the specific test in the list that appears to the right of the category list. You can select a lab test and then click Test Info to see a test description, normal values, what abnormal indicates, and the relative cost. To order the selected lab test, select the hypothesis you are investigating and then choose the test and click Order. If the results of your chosen lab are not delayed, you will be able to access the lab results once you submit your lab order. If you don't know which category your selected lab test would be listed under, you can use the search function to find it. Enter a keyword or phrase in the space provided and click Search. A list of lab tests containing that keyword in their titles will appear. Select the hypothesis you are investigating, then select your desired test in the Search Results field. Click Order to add this test to your lab orders. Test results will be available for review once you submit your lab test orders, unless the lab results are designated as delayed. Lab results may come in the form of text, graphics, movies, and sounds. You may be prompted to interpret certain lab results. If you are ready, type in your interpretation and click Enter. You will then have access to a consultant's explanation of the result. If you aren't ready to make an interpretation at the time you order a lab test, continue with your investigation and then click the Interpret button when you're ready to enter your interpretations. After you order a lab test, you may be alerted that the results of the selected test will be delayed. This means you will not be able to see the results until after you enter your final diagnosis and indicate that you are ready to enter your final management plan. After you complete your final management plan, you will click the Continue button to see your delayed lab results. Be alert for results that may cause you to reconsider your diagnosis or your management plan, or both. Click Continue when you are finished reviewing delayed lab results. This reopens the diagnosis screen where you can change your diagnosis as needed. You will also have access to the final management screen where you can make changes to your treatment plan.